Good morning, students. Myself Susan, here to explain the geography of standard cell. In these chapters, we would discuss about the air. We have just known that air is very essential for our life. Without air, no organism can survive. For the survival of an organism, it is necessary that one must have the presence of air, because it has many life-supporting gases. Which are the life-supporting gases? What are it? We will discuss one by one. First thing, what is the atmosphere? We have already discussed. The blanket of air around the earth is called atmosphere. We have also read that due to the accurate gravitational pull, the atmosphere is bound onto the Earth's surface. Otherwise, it have been escaped, and if there is no air, we cannot survive. We have also read about the biosphere. And what is the biosphere? It is the narrow zone where lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere meets to sustain life. Narrow zone, you have read in the chapter 1 that what is the biosphere? The biosphere is the narrow zone where the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere meets to sustain life. It means for the existence of life, all these three components are very much needed or necessary. Lithosphere means it has the soil which support the agriculture, and shelter means food is there. Water, we know that water is very essential. We will discuss about the water, presence of water, need of water, conservation of water in the next chapter after there. And the air means atmosphere that we are discussing about the air in this chapter itself. Now, can you just imagine that one can survive without air? You can stop yourself for few seconds not breathing. By closing your nose, you may stop, but not longer. It means few seconds, maybe 1 and 2 minutes. After that, what will happen if you are not taking the air? It means survival is not possible. That's why air becomes the most essential. What are the components of the atmosphere? We will discuss about it and how it is important for us. We know it. Composition of atmosphere. What are the composition of atmosphere? We know that nitrogen, it contains 78% in the atmosphere. The most essential part is nitrogen, which is 78% in the atmosphere. Then it is followed by which is 21%. Then carbon dioxide, it is 0.03%. It may vary from 0.03 to 0.04%. But actually we take the composition of carbon dioxide at 0.03%. Then the fourth one that we can say, it is the helium, argon, particles and others. 0.97% is contains. This is the basic composition of atmosphere. It means nitrogen, how much nitrogen does it contains? It contains nitrogen 78% in the bulk, सबसे ज़्यादा. Then how much oxygen is contains? It is 21%. How much carbon dioxide is contains? Carbon dioxide is 0.03%, but somewhere it is given, so we can vary it from the 0.03% to 0.04%. Then we have helium is there, argon is there, then dust particle is there, other gases are there. Just comes the remaining portion, that is 0.97%. Now, had these gases impact or uses for us? Yes, these gases, the first three gases, has uses for us, and how it is useful for us, we will discuss it one by one. इनका क्या है हमारे लाइफ में importance, that we will be discuss it one by one. The uses of nitrogen, then uses of oxygen, then uses of carbon dioxide, and also the use of dust particles. If the dust particle is in the atmosphere, does it help us? If it is help us, how does it help us? How the nitrogen help us? How the oxygen help us? What are its characteristics that we will discuss one by one. First, we will discuss the nitrogen. After the compositions, we will discuss the importance of nitrogen. Importance of nitrogen. How it is directly, it is not used. Directly, nitrogen is not used. It is in the most cases indirectly used. You have read about the photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, you have read that the plant prepare their own food by using the carbon dioxide, then water in the presence of sunlight. Where the carbon dioxide comes into the plant through the stomata from the air. Stomata is the tiny pores that is present on the lower surface of the leaf. It enters into it. Means it is a stomata through which the exchange of gases and transpiration takes place. Transpiration means the release of water in the form of water vapor through the leaf from the plant. It is called transpiration, not the evaporation. It is called transpiration. When the water is being sucked by the plant, just only water goes? No. It takes water and minerals. And these minerals, one important mineral is nitrogen compound also. Why nitrogen compound? Nitrogen compound is necessary for the synthesis of protein. In the plant, we say generally, in the pulses, it is rich in protein. The leguminous plants have the nod in their roots, and in their roots, in the nod, the bacteria, Rhizobium bacteria lives, which convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrate or nitrogen compound. The first thing that uses plants uses nitrogen for the synthesis of protein during the process of synthesis. But you have to keep in mind that plants do not use nitrogen directly from the atmosphere. Directly plants use nitrogen in the form of nitrate. It uses in the form of nitrogen compound. How it comes in the form of nitrogen compound? During the rainy season, when you see that lightning is taking place, it is good for the farmers, for the cultivation, for the agriculture. Why so? When the lightning take place, बिजली जो चमकती है, it creates the lot of heat. Due to heat in the atmosphere, nitrogen combines with the oxygen to form nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen oxide. When it is mixed with the water, it is converted into nitric acid, and when nitric acid comes into the soil, it is converted into nitrate, means nitrogen compound, which is absorbed by the plant. You might have been seeing, if you have the relations with the village and any types of relations with the agricultural activity, you will find that the people are using the nitrogen fertilizer, that is urea. It is also making the rich. You might have read in the GK books that some plants are the insect eaters, the pitcher plants. Why the pitcher plants eat the insect? Because to compensate their nitrogen deficiency. It means those plants are grown on those areas where in soil nitrogen is lacking, completely lacking. They are not getting the nitrogen, so first use we are getting it. In the leguminous plant, जिसको हम pulses बोलते हैं, in their roots नॉट गांठ जैसी होती है. इन जो गांठ होगी उसमें राइजोबियम बैक्टीरिया होता है, मीन्स नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेसिंग बैक्टीरिया which fixes the atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrogen compound which is used by the plant for the synthesis of protein. It means whenever we consume the protein, it means how it has been prepared, it means atmospheric nitrogen has been used, it means it is beneficial. We make the list. We should protein, soybean is rich in protein, pulses are rich in protein, these are rich in protein. We should take the protein rich food. From where we are getting the protein rich food? We are getting the protein rich food from the plants. Animals, also getting the animals. You may say sir, animals भी मिलता है. Animal क्या खाते हैं? Animal depends on the plants, and it is being transferred from the plants to the animals. So animal protein is also directly or indirectly from the plant, and plant is from the directly and not directly, indirectly from the atmospheric nitrogen. One use that we have got about the nitrogen. Second use, it is used in it is used in the fertilizer industry. It is used in the fertilizer industries to produce the fertilizer like the urea that we have seen, we have read, we have knowing it. It is used to make the soil rich in the nitrogens. One more thing, it is also the very inactive gas. Nitrogen is not reactive gas, very less reactive gas. So when you purchase, it is used in packaging industry to keep food stuff fresh. Packaging industries, when you purchase any things that is in the packet, it is swollen up, फूला हुआ रहता है, इसमें हवा भरी रहती है, आप कहते हैं हवा नहीं भरी रहती है, it is filled with the nitrogen gas. Whatever things, items, chips, this and that you purchase it is simply swollen up, फूला हुआ रहता है, इसके अंदर हवा भरी रहती है. Actually it is not the air, it is the nitrogen gas, because nitrogen is inactive and we are keeping the food stuff fresh for the longer time. If you are using the chip just and keeping it outside, just fry the chips at your home, potato chips at your home, then what will happen? After 1 or 2 days, it will become rancid, खराब हो जाएगा. But when it is, you are getting the packet, then it is long for the months, 3 months to 6 month time has been given. How it is possible? Because the nitrogen gas filled in it. Here in the industry also we use the nitrogen. It means nitrogen is very useful for us. So we have got the use of nitrogen. First, nitrogen is used by plant indirectly for the synthesis of protein. It is used in the industry for the preparation of the fertilizer, nitrogen rich fertilizer, that is called urea. Then it is also used in the packaging industries. In the packaging industries, it is used to keep the food stuff fresh. That uses we have got it. Now, after nitrogen, we would go for the importance of oxygen. Oxygen. How oxygen is used for us? Oxygen. Animal uses oxygen for cellular respiration. Whatever we eat, when the food reaches till the small intestine, it gets completely digested. Then it is absorbed, and by the blood cells, it is being transported to the different cell. Inside the cell, this is the smallest molecules is broken down. This glucose reacts with oxygen. Means oxygen कहाँ से गया? हम सांस लिए, एयर गया, लेकिन लंग्स में ऑक्सीजन डिफ्यूज होके ब्लड में गया, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लिया. That oxygen reacts and food, digested food, small molecules of food is broken down to release energy, and that energy is stored in our cell. That is called respiration. Glucose plus oxygen, it gives glucose plus oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Energy is stored in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, inside our cell. ठीक इसका उल्टा है द फोटोसिंथेसिस का. इन द फोटोसिंथेसिस कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, वाटर, energy is taken from the sunlight, it is converted into the glucose and oxygen is released in the atmosphere, and inside the cell this take place. Means oxygen is necessary for the cellular respirations. Means whatever do we eat, the food, it is being digested, means it is to release the energy, oxygen is necessary. It means for our all development and the work, oxygen is necessary. We inhale the oxygen and make it to burn the food, burning the food. But the another uses of oxygen, it helps in burning. Nothing can burn in the absence of oxygen. बिना ऑक्सीजन का कुछ भी नहीं चलेगा. That's why the sufficient oxygen is required for the burning. Anyway, if you see the gas stove at your home, वहाँ दिखाई देगा जहाँ नॉब ऑन या ऑफ करते हैं उसके अंदर में देखोगे एक पाइप गया हुआ है. पाइप में दोनों साइड से होल बना हुआ है. आपको लगेगा कि गैस बाहर निकल सकती है. गैस is pressure and it allow the air to, means oxygen to combine with it, and it helps us. In lamp now it is very difficult to find out the kerosene lamp. At the bottom some holes have been made. Why the holes have been made? It supply the oxygen. You may do the practice. Take a candle, small candle, burn it and cover it with the glass. It will burn for some time, then it extinguishes. Why it is burning for some time, then it is extinguishes? It burns till the oxygen is available inside the glass. As soon as oxygen has been finished, it extinguishes. It means for the burning, it is necessary that the presence of oxygen is required. Two things that we have got. One for the cellular respiration and another it is for the burning. Third, liquid oxygen. Is used as a fuel in रॉकेट में दिया जाता है तो उसमें ऑक्सीजन भी डाला जाता है. द लिक्विड स्टेट हाइड्रोजन इज बेसिकली उसमें डाला जाता है इनिशियल स्टेज. बट व्हेन इट गोज इनटू एटमॉस्फेयर इट यूज द सोलर पैनल, सोलर प्लेट्स. इट मींस इट वाज बीइंग यूज्ड अर्लियर स्टेज. इट वाज बीइंग लिक्विड ऑक्सीजन इज यूज्ड इन द हॉस्पिटल्स व्हेन द पेशेंट इज इन क्रिटिकल कंडीशंस. Then they require more oxygen, though we provide them oxygen using the oxygen cylinders. If you go high on the mountains range where oxygen is not available or very thinly available because oxygen is a heavy one, so it remain on the bottoms, so they have to carry the oxygen. Means survival, your survival, oxygen is needed. Air में हमको oxygen ही चाहिए, बाकी चीज नहीं चाहिए. हम सांस में एयर लेते हैं, नो प्रॉब्लम, बट इन द लंग्स ओनली द ऑक्सीजन गेट डिफ्यूज्ड. So we have got the oxygen, the uses of oxygen also. Now importance of, now we discuss the importance of another one, that is carbon dioxide. What are the uses of carbon dioxide? You might have been seeing it. First, yes, you are saying it is the correct one. It is used. It is used by plant for the process of synthesis, because it is one of the raw materials for the process of photosynthesis, and during the photosynthesis the glucose is prepared. That glucose is used by the plant. Plants use glucose. A rest glucose is stored in the parts of the plants in the form of a starch that we use it. The grains, the fruits, the tubers, these all are the stored food. So they have been the stored food. And what is stored food? It is the starch, and from the starch has come from the glucose. How the plant able to prepare the glucose? By the process of photosynthesis. Second thing, yes, you may guess, being a greenhouse gas, it's maintain the temperature of the earth during day and night. Greenhouse gases are the gases which allow the temperature to come in but do not allow the temperature to go. During the day, the sun ray that is coming from the sun, it is being reflected but it is being absorbed by the carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere and is released during the night. So temperature of the earth is maintained. How does it affect? You can see by the many examples. When you are sitting in the classroom, close all the windows, the full strength students are sitting, close the windows and the gate and remain for half an hour. Then you either go outside or come from the outside. If you are going outside from that room, you will feel comfortable because in this room you are feeling very hot. Because when we exhale, it releases carbon dioxide. Not only carbon dioxide, but the percentage of carbon dioxide is more. With it also the water vapor. So greenhouse gases are there. For your example, one is carbon dioxide, then methane, then water vapor. These are the greenhouse gases: carbon dioxide, methane and water vapor. We should be seeing that when you are making the cooler run from the three sides, the air is coming and the air gets cooled by using the temperature of the water, and water gets evaporated and it just assemble in the rooms. So when you go back of the cooler, you find that the temperature is more, it is more uncomfortable there. It means due to the presence of water vapor over there, means carbon dioxide gases. In city, you will find that temperature remain the high compared to the village area, because in city the concentration of carbon dioxide is more than in the village rural area, because in the rural area there is less vehicles, less industries are there. So you will find a temperature difference of 1 to 2 degree when you move from, maybe 3 degree, when you move from the city to the village area. It means we have got, it maintains the temperature if there is no carbon dioxide available in the atmosphere. Then night would have been quite cold, difficult to survive. So we have got the two things. Third things that you might have been read, or you may be going to read it out. That is, it is used to extinguish fire. आग को बुझाने में इसका यूज किया जाता है. That's why in the fire extinguisher, carbon dioxide fire extinguisher, carbon dioxide gas is released. It is a heavy gas. It covers the burning objects and break the supply of oxygen and fire extinguishers. It means in fire extinguishers we use the carbon dioxide. Use means we produce, and uses also the carbon dioxide gas. It means it helps to extinguish the fires. It means three things that we have got about the carbon dioxide. First, it is used by the plant for the process of photosynthesis. Now second, being a greenhouse gas, it maintains the temperature of the earth during day and night. Third, we are getting that it is used to extinguish the fire. Now one thing that must be keeping, that is the dust particle. How dust particle is useful for us. Dust particle that is in the atmosphere, it helps when the water gets evaporated, and water evaporates when it goes up in the atmosphere. It gets cooled down. Why the cool down? Because the temperature decreases. When the temperature decreases, it gets cooled down and it starts accumulating on the dust particles, forming the water droplets. And they make the water droplets, so formation of the raindrops, it is necessary. So every ways we find the atmosphere is useful for us. We have got how the nitrogen is useful for us. We have got how the oxygen is useful for us. We have also got how the carbon dioxide is useful for us. It means we have got the main importance of atmosphere. Now go through this video and also through your NCERT book. Thank you.